Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jose here. So I'm back with another video, and so if you check my previous video before this one, you'll notice that I have the update for FreeSync on right here on the Xbox One X. And let me go really quick once again. We're gonna go into settings, right? And this time I'm testing a different monitor. This is also from BenQ, but this is a 1440p monitor. And so I wanted to see if the 1440p update was available to me, and fortunately it's not. I only have the 4K 1080p and 720p display options. Another thing that I probably think is not available right now for me, it's because this is a ultra widescreen monitor. So I noticed that Xbox tends to take these monitors as a 4K monitor instead of a 1440p, because this is a 3440 by 1440 instead of a 2560 by 1440. So that could be it, but I don't know. Either way, this monitor also supports variable refresh rate or FreeSync, and as you guys can see, it's already selected right here, and all the other options are selected as well. So by reading the comments that I had last time on the previous video, I noticed some of you guys asked me for a few games. One of the games was this one, The Witcher 3 on the Xbox One X. And I can tell you that it does feel better. This is running on the 4K option. It does feel better, but I do have to say also that the option for this game, there's two ones, the 4K and the performance mode. So we're gonna go into options really quick, and then we're going to go, I think it's on display, and I think it's on advanced. Yes, okay. So you see right here is a 4K mode. Then I'm gonna switch to performance mode, right? And then I have to go back. So this is going to be performance mode right now active, and I can tell you that I just feel that it's the same thing. Oh man. What now, you piece of filth? Okay, let me get rid of this right now. Okay, so I don't know. I don't feel much of a difference, except that is the graphics do drop. I do feel like the graphics drop. All right, so I have another one. There you go. All right. So let's go back again to the options, and let's go into, what was the display? I think advanced. One thing I noticed is, as you saw on my preview right now, I had it on performance, and then when I go back, it switched back to 4K mode. You see? So I don't know if it's truly on performance mode, or it just automatically switches back to 4K. So now we're gonna leave it to 4K mode. All right. But honestly, guys, I do not see any difference. As for example, when I play The Rise of the Tomb Raider, I do notice the difference right away, and it stays to what it's supposed to be, either high frame rate or 4K mode, or yeah. But this game, it doesn't stay. It just switches back to 4K mode. So I don't know why this happens on this game, but at first hand, I don't feel any difference. Nothing. So we're gonna go into another game, and also let's go into Far Cry 5. I'm going to read to you guys some article that I noted that I found about FreeSync and FreeSync 2. What is the difference? And I think FreeSync 2 is pretty interesting. It's going to be a very good feature, and only a few monitors supported right now, and one of them is Samsung monitor. I think it's 27CH70, and also there's a 32-inch CH7. Holy mackerel! Okay. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah, you do that. All right, so I'm gonna read a little bit of this article for you guys. So basically, it's saying HDR monitors, though in their infancy, have their own drawbacks, particularly when it comes to input lag. The processors used in these monitors are always capable of low latency tone mapping to the monitor's native color space, meaning using their HDR modes can add a whole lot of input lag. And worse, current HDR transports require tone mapping twice, once from the application to the transport and second from the transport to the native color space. So even if a monitor has a fast processor, there's still an extra step in there adding input lag. So Freesync 2 attempts to solve this problem by upending the whole display pipeline to get Windows out of the way and to offload as much work from the monitor as possible. Freesync 2 in this respect is essentially an AMD optimized display pipeline for HDR and wide color gamuts in order to make HDR easier to use and better performing as well. Freesync 2 displays pipeline as a result is much shorter and much more in AMD's control, rather than the current two-step process. AMD proposes to have a single-step process. Gains tone map directly to the native color space of a Freesync 2 compliant monitor. AMD's drivers and hardware pass that along, and the monitor directly accepts the display stream without further intensive processing. The end result is that latency is potentially significantly reduced by removing the second tone mapping step from the process. So there you go, guys. If you want to know more about this article, I'm going to leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out. It's pretty interesting. Freesync 2 also helps with, they have something here. It's called LFC, which stands for low frame rate compensation. You know, and well, of course it's low latency. So yeah, Freesync 2 is pretty awesome. I really like that Xbox One X is pushing this, and I now I understand why they're pushing Freesync 2 is because for the most part a lot of games for the Xbox One X, they do use HDR. I think there's more HDR games on the Xbox and PlayStation than on PC. So yeah, this is very important for the Xbox, but like this article says, you need to have a display that also supports Freesync 2. So I'm going to leave links in the description for monitors. Well, there's so far I think there's one right now, a Samsung monitor. I think it's the CH70. There's a 27-inch CH70 and a 32-inch, and those monitors they support HDR, they support quantum dot technology. They look pretty awesome. The only thing that I wasn't too happy about it is because they're only 1440p, but Xbox will support 1440p in the future, so that's going to be a really cool feature. And also these monitors, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I read somewhere that there are 600 nits of peak brightness. So 600 nits of brightness on a monitor is pretty bright. Trust me, this monitor right here on BenQ, these ones are 350, maybe 400 nits as for right now what I'm seeing, but it's pretty bright. 600 is pretty bright, so hopefully that's true. And also they have 1440 hertz of refresh rate, so that is a pretty good monitor. That is if you have a PC capable of running those high frame rates in 1440p resolution, well then you're gonna have a pretty awesome monitor right there. So I'm going to leave the links in the description so you guys can check out those monitors if you want to learn more about them and prices and everything through Amazon, and also link to the article so you guys can get more information about Freesync 2. Alright guys, so I hope this article helps you out in regards about HDMI 2.0 working with FreeSync and HDR and a 4K display and a 1440 display. And if you guys have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna keep doing more testing, more videos about this. And also I have a new soundbar coming in either today or tomorrow, and this soundbar has Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, so I'm very excited about that. I'm just waiting for it to arrive, and as soon as I do that, I'm also gonna be doing videos about that Dolby Atmos and DTS:X soundbar by Sony. Yes. All right, so thank you guys for all your support. Leave the comments right there what else you want me to test on this one, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Joster out.